Hey everyone, yesterday I did a video guide on which true weapon I thought you should pick with your true weapon of choice ticket. Today I thought I'd continue that with what I thought were the best choices for the unit of choice exchange. Before I get into the units, for anyone wondering where they are, they can be claimed for ALK in the ALK exchange shop. You'll also find the true weapon of choice ticket and the 4 and 5 star equipped ticket here too. Going back into the units though, even though War God Fenn is currently out in global right now, and I'm sure all new players are going to reroll for him, I'll pretend this guide is going to be for players in the future when his banner isn't out. What I mean by that is that the best unit to pick on the ticket is definitely going to be base Fenn. If you have War God Fenn, you don't need Fenn. But for anyone in the future, Fenn is going to be the best pickup on the banner if you don't have War God Fenn or base Fenn already. His true art gives the team 60 type A archgen, which is a rare archgen type to have, and his art gives the team-wide 25% equip CT. His slots are also really great since they can hold strong support equips, and overall he's just a great unit. But again, for anyone starting and they have War God Fenn, you can skip this since War God Fenn is obviously a million times better. From there, the next unit you want to choose is going to be Sandstone. The reason is that she's going to be giving out a ton of damage and crit resist to the team, along with a double 5-star defense slot, which will allow you to survive nearly any stage, and when it's paired with taunt tanks, it'll be even better. If you have her true weapon True Flambardo, she becomes so much better as well, since it'll give her 30% equip CT. All in all, she's a great damage resist buffer and will definitely help in a lot of harder content. From there, the next best unit is going to be, in my opinion, Norn, if you don't already have a strong type B archgen with 80 arts, as well as having a defense slot which will help your team to survive harder content. She also has a sort of heal on her true art, but in general, she's just going to be an art gen battery. She's also a great unit to paralyze with on her art, but that's a little bit more niche. She'll basically be your main type B archgen if you already have a Fenn. I do think that if you have a strong type B archgen such as Emperor, Haruto, or Juno, you're fine with skipping Norn and choosing someone else. From there, the next unit I'd choose would be Gerald. He's a taunt tank, which means he'll direct all the team's damage towards himself. He'll be a great help on the easier stages, although it is a bit harder to keep him alive on the much harder bosses. He gives arts along with his shield, which is fairly nice, but he'll basically be the one tanking the brunt of the damage. And if you mix him with Sandstone and some strong equips, he can possibly take on much harder content. But basically, he's the best taunt tank on this exchange, so if that's something you're looking for, he's gonna be your guy. The last main unit I'd suggest is going to be GS Rem. She has a unique astrology passive that'll give you 20 to 40% damage and damage resist to a certain element on certain days of the week. That's really strong when you match certain days with certain events. As well as that, her art will increase damage to weak elements, as well as reducing the enemy's attack and defense, which is a really nice buff for your team and debuff for the enemy. In all, it's a pretty good support unit, not OP, but pretty nice. She can be really pivotal if she's used on a certain day and on a certain boss, such as using her on Fire Day with Ganon. Those are all the main units I thought I'd suggest, but now I'll move on to some honorable mentions for some older players that might have most of the earlier units and might be looking for a little bit more of the niche units. To start, Platina is the best for sure. She's one of the strongest and most consistent breakers, and in current and future content, breaking is becoming more prevalent, so her niche is becoming a lot more useful. Definitely worth a pickup. After that, I would maybe choose Daki if you need team-wide defense ignore. It's very niche, although it is useful in some stages such as Virago, but he still does have some uses sometimes. The last unit I'd suggest would probably be Fina. She has a great cleanse, status resist, and heal on her true arts. That's gonna really help on a lot of stages with annoying status elements. Definitely really good for cleansing in general, and her heal is nice enough that if you don't have any other healers, she could work as well. That's as far as I'll suggest for the units though. If you have every one of these units up to this point, I'm sure you know who to aim for after that. But if you have your ticket and do need help, be sure to let me know and I'll do my best to choose a unit for you. If you enjoyed the guide, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.